So you need to disassemble a video file to access individual frames of said video. Not a problem. Now, I'm sure there are many editing programs out there that can do this, but as an animator, Blender is what I know best. And best of all, it's free and it's built into our little favorite Swiss Army knife of a program, no add-ons needed. To begin, boot up your Blender program with a fresh file. Click on the drop-down in the top corner and select the video sequencer. On this screen, if it'll help you for clarity's sake, you can also click the drop-down right next to the one you pressed earlier, and you can change the view from the sequencer to preview, or to sequencer and preview. Neither are mandatory, but it could help. Next, click on the Add button in your top ribbon here, press Add Movie, and then find your video file. Your file has now been added to your project. If you're using one of the options I mentioned earlier for clarity, move to the bottom here, to the playback drop-down just above your timeline, and select Sync with Audio. Even if there's no audio, this will guarantee that your viewport frames match up with your frame range for clarity's sake. Then, go to the printer icon on the side here, and it'll take you right to your rendering settings. Here, you can adjust your rendering settings to your liking. Make sure your frame range includes the individual frames you want to use. Move down to the Output section, and press this folder here. This is going to be where your individual frames are going to be saved. Once you save the location, press the File Format drop-down and choose the image type you want the frames to be saved as. Finally, go back up to the very top, hit Render, and press Render Animation. And you're done. This method works because whatever you have in the sequencer is prioritized by the renderer over everything else. This also means that if you're using it for reference like I do, you'll also need to remove it if you're trying to render another project. Once the render finishes, all the frames of your video will be nice and snug right where you save them. Hope that helps, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you around.